So, because I know that quite a number of us will go to our course page to listen. So, like I said, this is the second series of this class. We are expected to run this class for 8 weeks before your exams. And therefore, I expect every one of us to take this course seriously. We shall be going through quite a number of uh, expectations or expectants in this course. And therefore, I will urge us to take diligence and understand what this course actually is all about. We have said from the beginning, this is more or less a practical course. And because it is a practical course, it therefore means whatever you do, you must ensure that those practicalities or those practical aspects are properly documented. Now, documenting them and ensuring that they are properly uploaded has been one of the major challenges that we have experienced in this course. And as such, I expect that we have learned from our mistakes in the past, and so we should be able to correct those mistakes and ensure that um, we do not fall prey of some of those issues that befall our colleagues in the last semester or thereabout. Do not think that somebody does not fail this course. Out of carelessness, some people have failed this course and they are repeating it. So do not fall into such trap. You need to be very, very careful and follow instructions accordingly. Now, it's a very simple thing for you to do as long as you're well guided and you take instructions, one, from this facilitation class, and secondly, with the course the desk officer at your various centers. So a lot is expected of you in making sure that you understand what we are talking about in this class. Somebody is saying network, but I want to believe that it's not done. Dan Ladi, what is the issue?
Good afternoon, sir.
What is the issue? Good afternoon.
Yes, sir. I heard when you were explaining about some people actually fail this course out of carelessness and other things. Actually, it's true because when we attended the last orientation, they emphasized about things like that. But we also noticed something because others were there who had gone like graduated and they came back because of this course. And when we tried to ask them what was the problem, some of them told us that they they couldn't access the portal for upload. And I'm seeing that we're experiencing the same thing now. Because when you check, we try to check the e-learning portal for the upload, you can see the part for downloading the forms, but the part for the upload is not showing on the portal. For over
From
2 weeks.
Monday, yes, we deliberately locked it. From Monday, we shall open it up for upload. You see, you may not understand what goes on. We at this other end, we know better than what is happening. So the impression that you gave that those who have graduated came back because of the course is out of their own carelessness. We do not want anybody to fail this course. And so from Monday, the portal will be open for upload. So for now, you can only download the form. So you can take your time to fill the form on your system. Upload will be open as from Monday. So because we're almost running up with that of last semester, we have just about a few uh, study centers to grade. But let's say between now and Monday, we will finish with that, and then we'll open up this one. As soon as you begin to upload, we begin to grade so that before the end of your exams, everybody would have also seen their results so that nobody will panic immediately after results comes up. I want to believe that that answers your question. Am I correct?
Yes, sir, very well. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. So shall we continue? We will take more questions as the class proceeds. Remember, you can tell your friends we only have very limited space. Once it's 500, nobody will be able to log in anymore. For now, we have about 200 of you online, so 200 plus online. So let's um, get going. Like I said, this course is more or less a practical course, and so um, I want to urge every one of us to please take the course seriously. Just like Danladi has mentioned, we need to be very careful. No matter what you may feel, the course is a very sensitive course, and out of our own carelessness, we may end up jeopardizing and coming back to register subsequently. Mercy Johnson and all the rest of you, I'm going to take questions. Let us start this class. It's not a question and answer, it's a class, it's a live life. Please bring down your hands. I'll definitely attend to all of your questions after now. So let me start by sharing um, what we have. For the purposes of those of you who are joining us uh, for the first time, let me say welcome all of you once again to this class. I say my name is Dr. William Emina. I'm the course facilitator for this class. I am also the head of Department of Development Studies, where this course is domiciled. This course is Introduction to Community Development. It is a transformative course that introduces learner into the heart of community development and engagement and community development. Now, this course consists of 10 units, and these units is spread across 4 lecture weeks. However, it's going to be 6 lecture week this period. Now, we are expected to carry out practical. Like I said before, it's a mandatory 0 credit unit. The course is intended to provide students with the fundamental knowledge, the practical skills, as well as the ethical consideration that is required for students to, one, initiate, plan, and implement a successful community development project. I repeat, the course is intended to provide that fundamental knowledge, the practical skills, and the ethical consideration that is required for students to initiate, to plan, and implement a successful community development project. Now, remember that irrespective of the program that you may have studied, it is important that we realize that at the end of the day, we will end up working in a community. We will end up giving services back to community. We will end up giving back what we have studied to community. And so it's important that we learn some of those ethical considerations or ethical practices, the practical knowledge, the fundamental knowledge that will help us in course of what we have studied to initiate, to plan, and to implement. And therefore, because this course is designed in that direction, learners will gain a deeper understanding of how multifaceted or the multifacetedness aspect of community development through a combined interactions and a learning and hands-on of practical of what you're going to do. In other words, we are saying that because of the nature of how community development is structured, your relationship with your fellow students, your relationship with your lecturers, your relationship with the community with which you are going to carry out the practical is very important. And so, as much as we can, there are principles or basic principles, and there are approaches. And of course, at the end of the day, there is that issue of monitoring and evaluation within our own context on how to look at the projects that we are embarking on and what we intend to do. There is also that social corporate responsibility on the aspect of what community development is all about. And so, in the National Open University, introducing community development is designed in such a way that it will allow social responsibility. It will also allow improve societal well-being and how you can contribute to national sustainable development goals. So it's important that we understand these basic principles that enables us, whether we are studying political science, we are in environmental sciences, we're in physics, we're in education, we're in social sciences, we're in management sciences, that at the end of the day, what is important is to embed in us that corporate social responsibility that can help us improve the well-being of society wherever we have found ourselves. That is the core goal of this course. And therefore, expectedly, at the end of this lesson or at the end of this course, you are expected to be able to define very key concepts. Within the definition of these key concepts, you will be able to explain the fundamental concept and principles of development, of community development. You will be able to distinguish the various models and approaches to community development, as well as design and understand the historical aspect or perspective of what community development is all about. Now, it's also important that we are able to understand and assess what community needs is all about. So for us as a department, or for us as a university, it's important that we understand these basic tenets. It will enable us to also analyze power, participation, and social justice. So can we please mute ourselves? Please, if you know you are in this class, you need to mute your mic. So please don't interrupt. As soon as you come into class, kindly mute your mic. We must have a smooth sail of class. Somebody is saying network. I don't think so. I want to believe that a good number of you can hear me. Perhaps it's where you are. Check your network wherever you are.
Yes, we can hear you very
We
clearly.
can hear you, sir.
We can hear
All
you.
right, thank you.
But others are just don't mute
Can hear you, sir.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
We can hear you.
Mary
It's
Paul,
okay.
mute yourself. Mary Paul, mute yourself. Your child is crying over there.
Okay, so what we were saying is the fact that quite a number of learning outcomes. You know, in carrying out this, the university in conjunction with a consultant developed this course to help introduce quite a number of issues on how we can initiate, like I said before, execute and carry out this kind of projects. Plan, initiate, implement. So there are principles that guides all of this. So these learning outcomes are so enormous that we should be able to understand and promote civil engagement and leadership, community effectiveness, and all of that. So the present idea of how you can initiate a project is very key. Now, we will guide you on how you will write your report and what you have also put together to ensure that you carried out that community project. And so, once again, I will remind us that this course is a 0 credit unit, yet it's a must for graduation. So let's look at what a community development is all about. Now, we will delve into the essence of this course, which is what exactly is community development. Now, in doing so, it's important that we explore terms from various angles. Now, we will start, with building of blogs, community themselves, examining some core assumptions and misconceptions about what a community is actually about. So what is a community in itself? Now, before we define community development, let's paint a clear picture by what we mean of what we mean by a community. Now, one of the basic assumptions or the notions of our mindset each time we talk about community, our mind runs to our small villages, the group that we belong to, the ethnic group that we belong to, the homogeneous group that we belong to, the kind of features or identities, and of course, some of the things that brings us together as a people. I agree. But in contemporary era of what a community development or what a community, is, it entails quite a lot because it sees community as that dynamic system that involves the social culture, the social structure of a people, the cultural behavior of a people, and even goes beyond it to look at conflicts that may engulf a particular set of people. And when it does so, it's able to tell us that, these people have a distinct feature. There is a commonality of what has brought them together. But for the purposes of this course, we will try to adopt an operational definition to say that a community is a group of people that are sharing a common space, a social organization, and very often they have value interests. I repeat, for the purposes of this course, we will adopt an operational definition by saying that a community is a group of people that shares common space, a social organization, and very often they have values and interests. And so, but within the context of this course, again, this shared space can either be physical or virtual. And of course, there must be a group's identity. And although this identity can be fluid or can evolve. For instance, we are a community now. In this class, we have formed a community. And we are occupying a space, though not physical, but rather virtual. Within the context of this definition, we are a community. And what community are we in? That distinct feature that identifies us now is a learning community. And of course, it can change because at the end of this class, when we disperse, we belong to another community again. That's the point we're trying to make you understand. So do we share a common space now? Yes. Is the space physical? Yes. In this context, it is not, but it is virtual. So what is our own group identity? Students versus lecturers or teacher. So can it evolve over time? Yes. How does it evolve? It can evolve by the time at your various study centers you're grouped. So you can see it has changed from being virtual to your physical appearance where you're expected to meet with your colleagues. So at that point in time, has it become physical? Yes. So that's the distinction that we're trying to create within the context of this course. That you need to understand that a community is a group of people that share a physical or virtual space, and that is a group identity that may be fluid or can evolve. In other words, it can change. So, what are the basic features? Haven't taken that definition. What are the features of communities? Now, to understand how community develop and the nature of community development, there are very key features that you need to identify. And this feature includes, one, the people, just like we are now, we are a people. Is there a space? Yes. Is there a place? Yes. So we are occupying a virtual space now, and we are also on a virtual place. Is there a time? Yes, we have gathered together at a particular time. Are we a social organization? Yes, the social structure is the relationship that we have formed as lecturers and students. So you need to also understand that. You need to also understand that without a people, there is no community. So one of the basic distinct features of every community is the people, because you won't be going out there to execute a project without the people. It is the people that you're going to interact with that matters, and that is the community itself. So do those people occupy a place? Yes. Do they occupy a space? Yes. Is there a time that you're expected to go there and meet them? Yes. Are you doing this course at a particular time? Yes. Is there a social structure in that community? Yes, because when you go there, you're not just going to meet, you're going to meet people, you're going to meet their leadership. Let's assume that you're going to a school. You don't just barge into a school. A school is, you have students, you have the people or the people you're going to meet. Then are they occupying a space? Yes, there is a school compound. Is there a particular time that you need to see them? Yes, they have a particular time that they stay there and then they go home. Is there a structure? Yes, there is a leadership because there is people manage the school. So you need to meet them. That is the point we are trying to make you understand. And so understanding how people interact, because when you go to a school or a market, you have to understand how do they interact? How do they relate with one another? How is the social structure organized? How do they collaborate? How are decisions made? And how are decisions taken within that community that you are going to go? So you will do that so that there can be that effective intervention of what you want to do to bring about that development that you want to initiate there. And so what is now the definition of a community development? We have looked at what a community is. We have looked at the distinct features of what a community entails. So like I said, irrespective of the course that you read, you are definitely, Moses, please mute yourself. Thank you. So irrespective of the course that you read, you are definitely going to work with people, work on people, serve people, and the outcome of whatever you're doing is to render services to people. Would you be going to work in a place? Yes. Does that place does it occupy a place over time? Yes. Are you going to spend some time in the office or wherever you go to render services? Yes. Is the organization that you're working for, are they structured in such a way that directions and directives will come from them for you to initiate whatever project you're going to carry or the services you're rendering? Yes. That is what we are trying to make you understand. So it's important to start here by saying that there are many definitions, but our interest in the context of this course again is that we are going to focus on two key perspectives or two major definitions or two definitions that will make us understand what this course is all about. Now, the first definition is the United Nations definition. AK James, I'm going to take questions after now. Please don't interrupt our class. So the United Nations Economic and Social Council defines community development as that process by which the effort of a people themselves are united with those of governmental authority to improve the economic and socio-cultural conditions of community. Simple, interesting definition. Please keep your hand down. I'm going to entertain questions. Don't interrupt our class. And so, for us, the United Nations definition makes it easier for us to understand what we really want to do. Our own effort that is united with that of governments to improve the economic and social cultural conditions of a people or a community. And in course of our carrying out such actions, these communities or wherever we go to, we will begin to integrate their life into the nation's national life to enable them to contribute, or whatever we are going to provide for them, we enable them to contribute to national progress. So irrespective of how small, whatever a community project you may embark on, the bottom line is that at the end of the day, you are contributing to national progress. You may not know, but no matter how minute it might look like. And so one of the basic emphasis of that definition is that it allows people participation. Now, within the context of people's participation, the implication is that community members will actively engage themselves by identifying the needs and implementing solutions. So you, as students of the National Open University, going to a particular place, identifying the needs of those places or those people, and then implementing solutions, you are collaborating, you are building or contributing to national development. So another context, again, in that definition is the issue of collaboration. Now, it says that whatever you may have done in those communities, you are collaborating with government and communities to work together for mutual benefits. And of course, there is a third strand of that definition, which talks about sustainable development. So in this case, that contribution or that effort can be economic, it can be social, it can be cultural, and they are all addressed. And when you address all of this put together, and then it becomes, you know, over time, it helps and it's being maintained, because whatever you may contribute may remain in that community for a very long time. And what is left, because let's assume it's a physical and infrastructure that you carried out in a place, by the time you leave, the community takes ownership and is sustained over the years. That's the point we're trying to make you understand. So the second aspect of our definition is the Nigerian perspective. So what is the Nigerian perspective? From the Nigerian context of what community development is, Faleni in 2000 defines community development as a people-centered action. Again, people, as a people-centered action. And that is to say that it is a process of social action in which people in a community organize themselves, which you are going to do, for the identification of the needs, planning again, and act within your own maximum reliance on their personal resources, and then is also complemented by government and voluntary organization. Simple definitions. So within the Nigerian context again, it talks about collaboration, people-centered action, social action. So whatever you're doing is a social action. So we have looked at what a community is. We have looked at what community development is. Before we looked at the various approaches to community development, I would like to take a few questions and challenges that you might be going through in the course of carrying out this course. Yes. Akintobi.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Please, my name is Unyime Israel Ekanem. I'm calling from Uyo Study Center.
Yes, please.
Please, sir, I'm grateful to have you again, once again. Please, sir, I have a big challenge. I did the DES303 last semester, 2025_2. We did the community development. We uploaded everything, but still, we have not, I in particular, let me not say our group, we've not yet been graded. Please, sir, when I registered the course, the examination, I did not register for exams because it was not applicable in the portal. So this semester, when I went to register for this semester, I saw it in a pending course for registration for exams. So I've registered that again. Please, sir, what can I do? How will you help me? What's the way forward, please, sir?
Thank you. I'm going to address all the questions one at a time. Yes, Gabriel, please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much, my able lecturer. I'm very grateful for having you. My name is Gabriel Godwin, and I'm speaking from Lagos.
Which study center?
Makati Study Center, precisely in Abalende.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, so this is my first time of joining your class, actually. At the same time, my questions go this way because myself, when I register my course registration, I did everything in my course. This course was not available then. It was later that I was started hearing that this course is compulsory and you must register it and all of that. So up to now, as I'm talking to you now, I haven't registered it anyway, but I'm in the process of go and register it on my portal. At the same time, I want to find out if this course, it doesn't have exam, it doesn't have a TMA, it's practical, and they have to upload it. So where exactly do we upload it, and how do we go about it? Well, you said something about you need to fill a form. So how do I get the form? I don't know. That question.
But those
All right.
three
Thank
forms
you.
that
Thank
if you
you. I've
miss one,
heard you. Isan, please go
Okay,
ahead.
sir.
Ian,
you get the three.
Sir.
go ahead.
All
Okay,
right.
my name is
Good
Vivian.
afternoon, sir. Hold on. Sorry.
Good afternoon,
Isan,
sir.
yes. Isan, I called the name. Please, let's be orderly.
You call my name, sir. It's
Are
Vivian
you
that is
Isan?
talking. Yes, I'm
Are you
listening.
Isan? If you're Isan, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hello. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Isan Iyan. I'm from Abuja, Useko Study Center. So, sir, thank you for the opportunity to, taking us through this course and everything you are trying to help us to achieve in it. So I just want to ask, I registered for this course, this DES303 this semester. And ever since I had done the registration, I have not received any official communication from the school. I even went to my study center to ask what is, currently ongoing, if there's any group assignment or any activities to ensure that we get the process of the course going and ensure that we've done everything so that we will get graded at the end of the day. As we all know, time is going, and TML is ongoing, and before we know now, exam will come on. And we have not received any activities of any sort regarding this course. So I just want to know what is happening and how they are expecting us to get, going with the course and get everything done. Thank you.
All right, Mercy Johnson.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mercy Johnson from VI Study Center, Lagos. So my question is, for this course, is there a maximum number of students that should be in a group? Because I learned that you either do it as an individual or as a group. I just want to ask if there is a limited number of students that should belong to a group to carry out the project. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Omosaya. Omosaya, are you there?
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yes, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name is Omosan Yamotawa from Makati Study Center in Lagos. So, yes, last semester I registered for this course, but unfortunately, the day we are supposed to go for the practical with my other team members, I lost my mother, so I wasn't present there. So later on, I was not unable to upload my projects and everything. So this semester, I have registered it again. So I want to ask if I can still use those documents or I have to redo the projects. That's what I want to know, sir.
All right, thank you. Let me take the last question. Lami Amidu.
Sir, you've not called me.
Okay, go ahead first. Lami,
Okay,
hold on.
Sir, you
Good
didn't call
afternoon,
me
sir.
too,
Oh,
Vivian.
that means you didn't call me.
Good afternoon, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Okay, sir, please. My name is Fadikemi Atoyebi from Lagos Study Center, FIAI. Yes, sir. According to your definition and when you were explaining the futures, you talk about that it must be a group of people. People must be included. But I want to ask, can there be community in the midst of animals?
Thank you. All
Sir,
right.
please,
Hello,
Lami,
sir.
my
please go
speech will
ahead.
help students.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone.
Sir,
Yeah, I am
hello, sir.
In a,
Amedu,
group of
Ahmed
animals,
Community Study
in a group
Center.
of animals, we'll call it animal, we'll
Go
call it
ahead.
animal.
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir?
Go ahead.
Okay, sir. I registered this course last semester, and I was among the leaders that took the community to orphanage. And I wanted to register my courses this semester, 400 level, first semester. It was not graded, so it popped out in my examination courses, of which I registered. Later, I now saw that it was graded. That's secondary 17, and it's saying not properly arranged with a grade of 10/20. I think I even sent you a message. So I don't know if I should leave it at that or I need to redo the proposal, because it was the proposal that was graded 10/20 and it says not properly arranged.
All right. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to stop taking questions. Let's go back to
No, sir,
class and
please, can you
answer.
just take mine, please?
We will attend to everybody later. Okay. Now, it's unfortunate that some of us are just joining, and some of the issues you have raised, I have addressed them initially when we started the class. For those of you who have re-registered the course and you registered it last semester, I said we are almost done with the grading for 2025_2. That result should be ready and should be published by next week. And once it is published, you will not see it on your portal anymore. What is expected of you is that if you have registered it this semester, ignore it. You don't need to bother yourself. What has happened was that we didn't start grading early. We allowed everybody to upload up to January, end of January. So you can imagine up to end of January. So we allowed everybody to upload. Even at that, quite a number of people still did not upload. But it's okay. We didn't feel bad. All we are going to do is that all those who have not uploaded or who did not upload last semester, they will be expected to register the course this semester and upload that same document. They do not need to go and participate in a fresh practical again with another group. We can allow you to still upload the same document provided you have done it before. That is about that. The madam that lost her mother because she couldn't join her group to upload, calling from Makati, all you have done is as long as you have registered this semester, once we open the portal for upload, go and upload those same documents that you have. You do not need to go and join another group for practical. The lady from Benin Study Center, you are just a little bit impatient. It's unfortunate that one of the things is that you must register this course once it pops up before you can register any other course. So that you even saw 10/20, it means the grading is still ongoing. There are 2 more entries, the logbook and the report. I'm sure it would have been graded by now. Before the end of next week, you will see the result. So ignore the one for this semester and continue with the one that was graded. So ignore it. You don't need to bother yourself about it. I want to believe I've answered everybody. And going forward, let me remind us that there is a certificate that you must pay for in this course. There is a certificate attached to it. So some of you, after now again, they will tell you, I've not seen my this, I've not. Go and pay for the certificates. Go and pay for the certificate of participation. We are saying it again and we are repeating it. Go and pay for certificate of participation. So let's continue with the class. I have another class at 1 o'clock. So let's continue.
Sorry, sir, you didn't address my own question, sir.
Yeah.
What's your question?
Sir,
I was
please.
asking about why we haven't started the grouping for the DAS.
That has to do with your desk officers at WUSE 2. You see, I have a problem with Wuse's Two Study Center that I don't think you guys are properly coordinated or organized in that place. But on Monday, I intend to visit that study center, and I'm going to talk to them, because when they are wasting your time, and we don't have time. What we want to do this semester is that we want to start grading even before you start exams in, I think your exam is coming up late April. Convocation is 18th, 17th, late April or early May. We want to even finish grading before the end of the exam, or before exams, you people finish exams. So you are at your own parade if you don't go and do the practical so that you'll be ready for the upload. That is you people's problem. So go back there. I'm going to talk to them. They ought to have begun to group you people. Now, somebody will ask how many people can be in a group. It does not really matter how many of you can be in a group. You can be 100, you can be 10, you can be 20, you can do your project alone.
Okay.
So, but what is important to us is that you are not uploading your document in group. You are uploading your document individually. And the madam that asked whether Anima is a community,
please,
I don't
I want to ask a question.
Why we're talking about people, you are talking about the improvement. Are we talking about the improvement of forest or bush? We're talking about society.
Ask a question,
So does
Anima
Anima make part of your society? I don't understand that kind of question. That's funny and ridiculous anyway. So no more questions.
I want to ask a question.
See you after the next session.
I came late, sir.
Why did you come late?
So let's move ahead. So we have looked at some of the features.
I have a question, sir. Please, I have a question. I came late.
If you don't meet yourselves, I'm going to cut off this class. Behave yourselves. I said we will take more questions in the next 10 minutes.
Okay, sir.
And so the person that is recording our PowerPoint, go ahead. Tomorrow you go and mix it up and sell it. So let's look at the approaches to community development and volunteerism. Now, it's important for us to note that community development is often multifaceted, and it seeks above all to improve the lives and well-being of people in a specific community. So the lady that was asking the question whether it is animal, we are talking about people, for God's sake. And that's why somebody was funny to ask you, you're talking about people, you're talking about animal. So it is more important that it emphasizes local participation, empowerment, and collaboration to develop and to address the challenges, and more importantly, building a more equitable society. Therefore, community development process involves, making use of local resources, building partnerships,
your screen on the topic.
Utilizing various stages to improve the socioeconomic and environmental well-being of a community. What did you say? I should do what?
Your screen on this topic again. We are still on introduction to approaches to community development and volunteerism.
Yes.
What? Yes. Okay, sir.
Yes.
The one you're treating now is not showing.
It's showing.
That's where I am now.
Not showing now.
It's not showing now. It's only
it's showing now. This thing is showing.
Please, on the last point.
Check your network, it's showing.
It's showing.
Now we just open mouth. Wow, they talk rubbish.
It's not rubbish.
The last point on the screen, check the last in your this thing is there. Therefore, community development process involves to go there. You see it.
Are we there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can we continue? All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir. Please.
Yes.
Hello, sir. Please, can you all just put yourself on mute? Just mute yourself. Let's listen to the facilitator. All the thing you are doing is not nice. You are just disrupting whatever I say. Please mute yourself.
Sir, please
You are
is drawing something on the lecturer's board now? Who's drawing all this thing?
The person is hacking
Sir,
our
please, you
lecture.
can
The person is hacking our lecture.
mute
Hello, sir.
every one of us. Sir.
I
Please,
think you can
us,
mute every
mute
one of
every
us here. Mute from your side, sir, please. Yeah. Control everything from your
Sir,
side.
please mute everybody. Oh, everybody should keep quiet.
Really keep quiet. Keep quiet. Are you babies here?
Don't mute yourself, Abby. Lecturer, don't leave group for now.
Now don't let the lecturer go now. Now don't
Why
let the
you
lecturer
keep
go
it like
now.
this? Like
Can
for you
we,
to
can we keep quiet a little bit?
People are not primary school child.
Please, you people should answer
Let
me.
us
Are we
control
supposed to
ourselves.
register this?
That
Are we
one
supposed to
matured
register
enough.
this course for exam? Please.
I'm going to go off this course
Yes,
if
you
you
have
don't
to
discipline
register it
yourself.
for exam.
Quiet and let's listen
Sir,
to
please
the
mute
lecturer.
everybody. Don't go off, sir.
It's
Please mute
better you cut
everybody.
the class if you are not ready to keep quiet.
Mute
It's better you
everybody for
cut
yourself.
this
Please
class
let
if you are
listen
not
to
ready
this
to.
lecture.
Please, we are not babies.
All right, like I was saying before, we are looking at the approaches to community development, and we said it is multifaceted. It allows, it is geared towards improving the lives and well-being of people in a specific community. It emphasizes local participation through empowerment and collaboration to develop and to address the challenges by building a more equitable society. And therefore, community development process involves mainly through the use of our local resources, building partnership, utilizing various strategies to improve the socioeconomic and environmental well-being of communities. And therefore, even within the Nigerian context or in Nigeria, development plays a very crucial role in addressing issues like poverty, inequality, inadequate infrastructure, and of course, the most recent one, environmental degradation. Now, so what are the approaches to community development? Now, interestingly, there are numerous approaches to community development. Now, each with its own unique principles and methodology. Now, what we are going to do is to explore some of these approaches to community development. We're also going to look at their strengths, their limitations, and then their relevance within the Nigerian context. So how are these approaches important? Now, what are these approaches? There is the approach of a top-down approach. There is also the approach of a bottom-up approach. Then there is an asset-based approach. And of course, the third one is the human right-based approaches. Now, irrespective of which of these approach your group may intend to adopt, it's important that we understand it. The top-down approach is a traditional approach that involves governments and external agencies making decisions and resources available to communities. And of course, in other words, we are talking about government or external bodies or agencies. They also initiate and direct development projects in a community. So what you are doing may not even be applicable to this approach. This kind of approach can emanate perhaps from a top governmental agencies or NGO, This type of approach can emanate from a local government or a state government or even an international organization or even a company. Let's assume that you are in a community, and particularly those of them in the South, and of recent, there has been serious flood. And then maybe a company, a multinational company or a national company like an oil company is in your community, and they said, okay, there is a flood, it has impacted the livelihood of these people. How do we assist? Perhaps maybe there was a disaster and then a wind blew up some roof or of schools, of hospitals, and such companies or government come to, assist. That is the type of top-down approach we are talking about on a particular project. But within the context of our own view, I think our own view might fall within that bottom-up approach. Now, the bottom-up approach prioritizes local participation, which is what you are going to get involved in, empowers communities to identify their set out priorities. Because when you go to a place, you're not just going there because you want to go there. You are going there, you're going to discuss with people. You are going to find out what is their priorities, what are the greatest needs. Some of you are in positions of authority. So you can initiate projects by allowing the people to design and tell you their greatest priority. Perhaps it could be water. Some of you might have the capacity to say, okay, my group, we have noticed that there is no water in this community. We want to put up a borehole. Perhaps water can be their priority. You can decide to do that. So that bottom-up approach allows the people's participation to identify their priorities, design and implement their own development project. Now, the bottom-up approach empowers local communities to emphasize their strengths and ensure that they are all carried along in the ownership of that project. Then you have the integrated approach or the participatory approach. This is also a high top-down approach and bottom. It's a combination of these approaches. So it's top-down and bottom-up. So there is the integrated approach allows the two parties to synergize and say, okay, this is what we want to do. Perhaps if the company or the government want to initiate a project, they can say, okay, we want to build a secondary school or a hospital in this community. Community, what you need to do is give us the space. Even though we know that the ownership of the land is vested on the state government. The federal government can come to a particular say, okay, this community, we want to build a university or a school. All the community need to do is they give them the space. So there is that partnership. That is the integrated approach. It combines resources and expertise. And then the government can say, okay, since we are bringing the expertise, you give us your local labor to help us clear the place, they provide their services in building up. So that is the integrated approach. And then the last one is what you call the asset-based approach. Now, this asset-based approach recognizes that once these issues are there, can you please mute yourself? Some of us are funny. So it empowers communities to utilize their skills, like I said. What are the assets? What do they have to give? So it's not one-sided in this case. That's the point we're trying to make. That's the point we're trying to make, So I think we have looked at what a community is. We have looked at the approaches to community. We have looked at what community development is. We have talked about addressing some of the challenges and problems that you may encounter. We are now going to look at what we call the basic principles, or what we can refer to as the practical What is it about? Where is it? Yeah. Some of the instructions that you are expected to some of the instructions that will guide you when you want to carry out your community development. Now, it's important that we know that this course, we have said before, is unique, is transformative, is designed to equip students with knowledge, skills, and mindset to engage meaningfully with community. So whether you're studying development studies, political science, education, public health, or nursing, this course is for you. And it begins with people. So the lady that was asking whether it's animal, no. This course begins with people, you know. That person that is trying to copy us and tomorrow you go and download, okay, team, or whatever you call yourself, stop hacking my system. Stop it. I cannot be burning the night and then you want to come and get easy tips and then you go and fine-tune it tomorrow and sell to students. Be very careful. So this course is for you. It begins with people and people, including you yourself. So the course is more than a requirement. It is an opportunity, you know, by doing to serve others and reflect critically on the growing and then to become responsible citizens. You think you're smarter than me, right? Come and take classes. Come and take free notes. So that is what we are going to, how we are going to look at this, what we have seen today. We will continue next week, Thursday, same time. So if you have questions, now I'm going to take just 4 questions and then I will switch to my other class. Like I told you, I have another class. Go ahead, please.
Hello, sir. Idika from Ohafia Study Center.
Idika, go ahead.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, very much. Idika Kemjika from Asago Ohafia Community Study Center. I am a nursing student. Last semester was supposed to be my last semester, but because of DES, I couldn't finish. So I registered the course, even though it's not showing on my portal. I asked somebody to help me and register it. Then when I was about to register the exam, because I never knew it's registered as an exam, I couldn't. So am I to register again this semester or to do the exam registration now? Then secondly, okay, that's my issue for now, because I don't know how to register it as. So that's my issue now. Thank you, sir, for the opportunity to speak.
Indika, have you finished all your courses? Have you finished all your courses?
Yes, sir. My result is out. The only pending is my project.
Your project, I'm sure it should be out, but you can check your portal today. They've released more projects as at yesterday. So you can check. If that is the only course that is holding you back, kindly send me a private message and I'll look at your case, but I'm sure you will graduate. DES303 will not make you not to graduate. Is that clear?
I'm grateful,
all right,
sir.
Eric.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good evening.
Go ahead, Eric.
I'm Eric from Nimebo Community Service Center. I have 2 questions. One, we went to our study center to do this CES registration. They collected one file from us, our details there, and they add us to a group based on 10 in a group. That is since not done yet. Asked them several times.
Eric, I'm not hearing you very well.
Sir, hello, sir.
You're not audible enough. All right, I think that will be the end of today's class. We are going to see next week, Thursday, same time.
So,
I have
want to ask a
another
question, sir. Please,
Bye-bye.
go on.
You can put your question on your...
Abuja Modern Study Center.
Bye-bye. Thank
What
you.
happened? Bye-bye.
I have a
Have a wonderful
question.
day. Bye.